So let me get my annotate on here. So you're going to be looking at a right triangle, and the truth is that this x right here could be written x over 1. If we're talking about tangent, that would be opposite over adjacent. So imagine that this is theta right here, and we've got those side lengths opposite and adjacent, which would mean this would be the square root of x squared plus 1 squared, which is just 1. Does that make sense? I just used the Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me think how they're doing this. Find an exact solution to the equation without a calculator. Tangent inverse of x. Okay. Oh, well, this is easier than I thought. Okay. All right. You're probably gonna not like this, but okay. It's not that hard. What would you do to both sides of the equation to get rid of this?
Divide?
Wouldn't you take the tangent inverse? Now, if you did it to that side, you'd have to do it to the other side. So these would cancel out, leaving me tangent inverse of x equals tangent inverse of 1/7, which would mean x has to be 1/7. Yes, it's that easy.
Oh my
I know,
God.
I know. I thought it was going to be more stressful than it was. There's other questions like the one I was describing, but as I looked at that, I was like, well, wait a sec. They told me what it was, that it was 1/7.
Oh, oh my gosh. This was just like dumb luck. I just guessed on it, but I don't understand it.
Okay, so you can divide by 2, and then you would get sine x equals 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if you think about a unit circle, whoa, that's a poorly drawn circle.
It's like a round square.
Yeah, I know it is. It's really, this is a y value that we're dealing with, and that y value is 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to happen at 2 locations. That's going to happen here at pi over 6. It's also going to happen over here at 5 pi over 6. Now, I can go around that circle a million times, and every 2 pi, I'm going to land either here or here. That's why it has to be pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. But you have to have the 2n pi because the 2 pi is the period of the function, and n represents the number of times you went around and the direction you went around.
Gotcha.
So those are called general solutions, and I don't know which section that comes in. I don't know if that comes in this section or a different one. It must come in this section. I didn't realize it was.
Taking notes about it. I was just like, it's so early in the morning when I have that class.
That's true. It is. It is.
Let's see.
So I am going to upload this video that I'm making right now to YouTube, and I'll send you the link. Hey, I bet you could guess what the answer, and then you could.
Oh, I wonder what it could be this time.
I know. You're gonna, and then hopefully you'll be nice enough to post this on your Instagram and send it to your friend in Kentucky so he can see what we do.
This thing.
Okay.
This right here. I remember doing it, but I don't remember.
Okay, so this is where that x over 1 comes in. So since it's cosine, that's adjacent over hypotenuse. Does that make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is 1 squared minus x squared, right? The square root of, I should say. That's the Pythagorean theorem. Just working my way backwards to find the other leg. And now, if you want the sine, which is what's on the outside, that's the opposite over the hypotenuse, which we know that's just that answer right there.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
That's what you get.
Is it the exact same thing?
Actually, it does look like it's the exact same question.
Oh my god, wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes. I didn't even notice that. I was too tired to look.
Nice job.
Okay, and then...
Okay, yeah, that one was weird. I remember seeing that one before.
I think that's it. Wait. What question am I? Yeah. So I was looking at a unit circle for this one, and I don't... Hang on. Where's the... Like, I had a unit circle on one of my tabs, and I couldn't understand how to find it.
So cosine negative 1/2 is right there.
Yeah.
Remember that the inverse cosine function only gives you values on the top half of the circle.
Yeah.
So that means I have to be up here. Well, that takes me to 2 pi over 3. So this question is the same thing as asking what's the tangent of 2 pi over 3. So now I need the slope of this line right there. And that slope has something to do with this slope right here. Well, that slope is radical 3. So what do you think the other slope is?
Are you talking about this one?
Yes, that nastily drawn line.
Is it negative?
It is negative radical 3. Nice.
Yeah.
So I had the x value. That took me to the location, and then I had to answer the slope.
Gotcha.
So oh yeah, so now you're all done. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this, and I'll send you once I get it uploaded to YouTube. You can send it to your list of social media people.